Second it.
Corrections, questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Minutes of 116, 25 special select board E91 public hearing that is continued.
So, since it's continued,
That's what I was wondering, since it's continued.
We'll approve those minutes from that meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So moved.
second it.
Any questions, corrections? We had the question about whether we approve it, but we should approve those minutes, even though it's a continued meeting. All those in favor?
Abstain.
Accounts payable, January 17th, $49,707.71.
So moved.
Second it.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Accounts payable, January 24th, $24,554.96.
So moved.
Second it.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Payroll, January 17th, $13,265.43.
So moved.
Second it.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Payroll, January 24th, $13,943.58.
So moved.
Second it.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Large gathering permit applications for Dean and Strohmeyer Road races. Let's do them separately, please. We'll do Dean Road first.
Excuse me.
Hannah's Paulin.
Paul's in here.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back, I guess. I hope everybody's staying warm. And just looking forward to coming back up there again this year. Got the same two races on the schedule. Hoping we can improve those. Same thing as that we did last year at Strohmeyer's. Being in that one's in May, the 10th and the 11th. On the 10th, it's only for 3 hours on May 10th, which is the Saturday. It's just a fun ride for the kids, for the parents that want to go riding with the kids around there. And then the next day would be the racing event that we usually have.
Make a motion to accept the permit for what was it, May 11th and
10th and
Yeah.
11th.
11th.
10th and 11th?
That's the Strohmeyer Road
Yes.
one? Okay, sorry,
Yes.
Paul. Sorry, we were gonna start with the Dean Road, but that's okay. We'll switch over. We'll start with the
That's all right.
Strohmeyer Road one.
I think we did that last year too.
Yeah, probably. That's okay. Only because that was first on the agenda on my computer, so not on.
Okay.
That's okay. Let me just pull that up and just look at it in case I didn't have any questions, but let me just make sure.
Hope we had better.
I did have a question on the Dean Road one, and we'll get to that in a minute. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that's. Yeah, okay, I see that, okay.
Want to go? We can start at that one, whichever one
No,
works.
we're gonna approve them one at a time.
Okay.
So we'll start with the Strohmeyer Road one first, or not. Shouldn't jump to conclusions. Did I have a motion in a second? I have a motion in a second on the floor for, Strohmeyer Road, large gathering permit for
May 10th and 11th.
May 10th and 11th. Okay.
Yep.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, let's go to the Dean Road one.
Okay. Same setup as last year. Hoping to have the race from on Saturday, June 7th, and that would be from 5 p.m. to 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday. The June 7th, and then Sunday would be 8 to 4.
Okay, yeah, I see that now. It's in a different spot on this one than it was on the other one.
Yeah. So the night race, just like last year and the other.
Yep.
Do you want to ask your question?
You're done by, I was just looking, the other one was in a different spot. I was
Okay.
just looking for the time. Making sure there was the night race time was listed, that's all. You're done by 11, is that correct, Paul?
Yeah, yes, that's what I believe we've agreed on the last few years. So just to be done by 11. So at 11 o'clock, we close it all down.
Okay. What's the board's pleasure?
Make a motion to approve the permit for June 7th and June 8th at the Dean Road site.
Second.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect, you're good to go.
All right. Thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Hi, Joe.
Joe.
I appreciate you guys as always, and I'll keep the Pownal Rescue Squad. Hopefully they won't be busy, but we'll have them up there the whole time as well. So, but thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Have a good night.
Yeah, have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Hey, bye.
Okay, Parks and Rec Commission, or committee discussion and updates. We slow up just a hair. Sorry, Jen.
I squeaked my way over to the table.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay,
Do you want to
it's
proceed?
all you.
Oh, well, the update would be that it's a lot more of the same for Parks and Rec. We've been working on the Pownal Town Forest, the implementation with Tara leading that and participating, exploring the property and the public outreach, trying to get stakeholder input, and helping to develop the management plan, which is required for, I think, for the VLT grant. So I think we kind of started that process back in 2021, and we're gonna help to see that through the VORAC grant. I think we have a year left in the VORAC grant. It's January of 2026 that needs to be implemented. So it'll be continuing to move forward with everything Pownal Town Forest, which is very exciting. Another thing is the Pownal Center study was completed by BCRC. We don't have the final report yet, but we're hoping to use some of the feedback and ideas from that report for implementation at Center Street Park. Everything that we've done at Center Street Park is really kind of temporary. There's no permanent facilities there. So we were waiting to get input on that. That's been a lengthy process, more than a year. So once we have that report, we can try to build some goals and aspirations for Center Street Park. A lot more of the same. It's like we have the town picnic at Celebrate Pownal Day, which is a huge gathering. And we've really not added a lot of new things or any new things because we really want to focus on the town forest. There's other things, aspirational things, but the town forest is really like all hands on deck.
Right, and I think that it's fair to say that the biggest reason for that right now is because of the VORAC grant and some timelines and some time constraints that we're against. So,
Yeah.
I don't want people to think that you're just putting this stuff on the back burner because you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's because we kind of have to.
Right.
And you guys are taking on that task, and I for one appreciate that. That you're, working hard and diligently on that. So I just want to make that clear that, it's not that you don't want to do other things. It's just that right now there's only so much time in a day for the Parks and Rec committee.
Yeah, for a while it was just 3 of us on the committee, but Nate Fowle joined and Seth Jenkins joined as well recently. So I think those are really great additions, and that'll help us meet these obligations and help us going forward as well.
I think Nate's a great, I don't know Seth really, but I think just knowing what Nate has put in, effort that he's put in from the Conservation Commission and some other things, I think that he's probably a great asset to have, especially implementing that, the forest management and getting that part under, he's spent a lot of time up there. I think it's a great addition.
It's phenomenal.
Yes. Yes, very thankful.
I've talked to Nate at length on different things. Anybody have any questions for Jen? I for one
No,
want,
I heard all this before.
yeah. I for one want to thank you and your committee members for what you've done, over the life of your committee. Center Street Park, up until the snow, was still being used even throughout the winter months. There's kids, there was kids down there, still skateboarding and doing whatever they were doing, even though it was cold and winter and whatever. They're still using that, which is really, for me, it's really kind of exciting to see because, to me, it's a much better option than sitting behind a computer or
Yeah.
a video game.
Getting out, get some air.
Yeah, fresh air and whatever. And I was pleasantly surprised to see kids down there when it is cold out and
Oh, yeah.
parents having their kids out there, so.
Yep.
No other questions for Jen and the committee?
I dropped off that rubber curtain down there. I keep forgetting to message you.
Okay,
The door to the shed down there got busted, so my work was getting rid of, rubber curtain like what you use to go into a meat locker.
oh, yeah.
So it's brand new, still in the box. They just weren't gonna use it, so. It's been gracefully donated.
Nice.
Nice.
Just it was too cold to try to install it the other day when I dropped it off. My drill would not work. It was too cold.
Oh, perfect. Thank you for that, Brian. Okay, Parks and Rec request for,
I have one other item.
oh, sorry.
Sorry, no,
I'm sorry. I thought you were going, I'm sorry, Jen.
I just want to bring up one item, and I think, Pownal Youth Sports is a real bright spot in Pownal. Like dozens and dozens of families, participate in Pownal Youth Sports, and, what you just said, it gets kids outside and that. I don't have any affiliation with Pownal Youth Sports or anything, and Parks and Rec, even though that's town property, we really don't have oversight over that area. It's pretty much exclusively used by Pownal Youth Sports. But my general understanding is that there's some repairs that are needed there. I think that the dugouts are in need of repair replacement, the field, maybe the parking area and that. And being that it's a town-owned facility, I wasn't sure, or I don't know, an approach to take on that. I know that Pownal Youth Sports does a lot of fundraising and they do ask for monies through ballot article, but I think that's just for operations. So I just wanted to put that out there and identify that as a need in the town. It's used so extensively. I think maybe that's a missed opportunity with the ARPA funds. That would have been a good use of the ARPA funds. And again, I don't speak for Pownal Youth Sports. I don't have any affiliation whatsoever. It's just my observation that with the field being used so extensively, basically from spring through fall, almost every day of the week and on the weekends, I want to put that out there that see if the town might be willing to make some investments in the field because it is owned by the town.
As far as the dugouts, we've replaced the roof and the front window and reframed it on the visitor one. And hopefully this spring, we will be doing the other one. But we could definitely use some assistance as far as like getting the field rolled, because we don't have a roller, and unfortunately, like getting the volunteers down there like what we used to get. Like it.
So,
Basically, a lot of it just comes down to manpower.
I wasn't asking you for a response right now. I just wanted to bring to your attention that Parks and Rec really doesn't manage that field. We don't have the funds to manage the field. And so I just think it's such a great place for Pownal families and youth that it deserves some attention.
So let's talk about the rolling for a minute. I believe that Joel is gonna look into a roller, at least try one or whatever for spring grading.
Okay.
Okay, so there's no reason in the world that if we have a roller here rolling out roads behind the grader, that we couldn't take the roller because it is town-owned property and roll the field.
Okay.
Okay, just a FYI, Brian, and for you too.
Is it okay if I reach out to Joel about that, or do you want like
Nope.
Tara or you to do it?
You can reach out to him,
Okay.
that's totally fine.
I just want to make sure it's okay before I do.
Yep.
He's probably watching.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably watching, he probably knows, he's probably getting ready to come through there and choke me right now.
Are you kidding? He's at the barn right now.
So, I do believe that there is a plan for that, or at least there was. So we can certainly get the field rolled.
Yeah, and
I think-
the other big thing was, I had talked to Joel last year about possibly trying to extend the parking lot out around the sheds in the middle.
Well, that was,
Because we just use that as a parking lot anyway.
that's where I was gonna go, that's where I was going next, is maybe we can get Joel to, go down, and I hate to blow stuff onto him, but go down and measure, what we would need to extend the parking lot for gravel. And when we send out a gravel crushing bid,
He said it's no problem.
yeah,
Sweet.
He is.
we could get in to go down and measure up, you know, we want to add a 20 by 100 area to parking, and I don't know what it is, I'm just throwing out numbers, right? And we could certainly maybe add that into the gravel crushing bid, and earmark 500 yards of gravel for the.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Right, I'm just, I agree with you, this is something that it is town-owned property, it is something that has been neglected, by the town, not by the people who use it, and I want to be clear on that, it's not the youth organizations who are neglecting. They only have so much money and parents can only volunteer so much.
Yeah.
I've been that parent, I know what it takes to run that.
Me, you and Angie have all been that parent.
Yeah, so, we know what it takes, so maybe we can add that in as well, you know, and maybe start that process. And I think that's something that we may want to think about next budget season, is maybe a line item for our fields, our, you know, that's, you know, those things.
Just maintenance, field maintenance. or-
Field maintenance or whatever we can put it underneath. That's a great point. It's a great point.
Yeah,
And it's been neglected. I mean, it has.
yeah.
So,
The other thing I just wanted to mention, which I told Parks and Rec, that I've been the chairperson of Parks and Rec for a couple of years. And I'm ready for someone else to step up and take that position. So I, made it known at the last meeting, this is gonna be my last year. As chairperson, I'll still help out, but it's time for someone else to step up. So I wanted to give you the courtesy of telling you that as well.
well, thank you for that. You'll be missed, that's for sure. No matter what.
Reluctantly.
Big shoes to fill.
Thank you very much.
So for our request, which is the next agenda item, it's a request to apply for the Stewart's Holiday Match Grant Program, which we do every year, and they have been very generous with Parks and Rec, not only with this grant, but they provide an abundance of food and beverage for the town picnic. So we'd like to apply again, and this year, we're thinking of applying for a bike repair station that would be put in the park and that would be accessible. It's kind of like something you hang your bike on and you can work on it, and it has like all the wrenches and tools attached to it, and it has an air pump. And so it could be used by a lot of people. So it's kind of what we're thinking.
It's a really neat setup. It's,
It was a neat setup. I like that. I
Kind of cool.
send that with the.
Yeah.
share that with the board.
Yeah,
That's a cool idea.
I've never seen that anywhere.
Nope.
yeah, I guess there's maybe in Berkshire County, there may be one or two, but Seth brought it to our attention and we thought it'd be a great way to round out the park, a great addition to the park. So.
And there are a lot of people that bike up and down Seven,
Yeah,
not just children, adults.
yep. So we're just asking your permission to apply for the grant.
What's the board's pleasure?
You want a motion?
Let's just make a motion so that nobody can come back and say we just did it or whatever. So I will entertain a motion for that. Yes, please.
I entertain a motion that, the Parks and Rec, apply to, Stewart's Match Holiday Program for the bicycle.
Yeah,
Do you want it specifically for
it
the,
doesn't have to be, it's open-ended.
Okay.
Apply for this.
just to apply to the Holiday Match Program?
Yeah.
Second that.
Any more discussion? So it's not specific to a bike repair station, and I just want that to be clear as well. It's whatever the Parks and Rec Committee decides, if they are awarded a grant from stewards, it's whatever they decide to spend the money on, and that's how I
Dollar amount they get, yes.
Perfect. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. I think we're good.
Thank you so much
Thanks, Jen.
Thank you, John.
for everything that you do. Thank you.
Correspondence, Julie.
Okay, so the correspondence portion of this was just a reminder that petitions for all elected offices or officials, positions that are open are due by Monday, 27th by 5 p.m. She does ask, though, that you do not wait until the last minute because she has to count and verify signatures. If you end up not having enough signatures, she won't be able to certify your signatures and you won't be able to get on the ballot. So the more time you can give Julie, the better, please.
Absolutely.
Okay. That was the only correspondence from her?
That's, yeah.
Oh, now it's tobacco and second class licenses and
So we
application.
usually do these separate. So the first one is a Pownal Beer and Wine Corporation, which is Dwyer State Wine, Beer and Wine. It's a tobacco license.
Make a motion to grant the tobacco license to Pownal Beer and Wine.
Second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
The second one is Stewart Shop for a second class license.
Make a motion to accept Stewart's second class license.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Lastly, we have another Stewart Shop for tobacco license.
Make a motion to accept grant Stewart's tobacco license, tobacco and wine, right?
Just tobacco.
No, just
Tobacco.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
That's the last one. Conservation Commission open positions discussion.
So there are 2 vacant seats on the Conservation Commission, and they asked that I bring it to the board to request that they be able to, or have me advertise the opening. Give a couple weeks to allow for letters of interest. I have gotten a letter of interest, but I let that person know we will be advertising before we
Accept that.
accept a letter. Cause I assume that's what you would wanna do. That's what we've been doing, so,
Our next meeting is the 13th.
yes.
So, need a motion or just a green light?
I think just a green light to,
Got the authority to tear the post the open positions.
due by February 12th. That's the Wednesday before our regular meeting, and then she can,
Forward on
it'll give a chance to get the applicant, the applications forwarded to us before the meeting. So due February 12th, what, 3 o'clock?
Yeah, that's good.
3 p.m. on February 12th. Town office cleaner job description approval.
So I sent that all to you. It was pretty straightforward. It was just taken basically from Bill's whole job description and the RFP or the, what we use to look for a contract cleaner. I kind of just combined everything and listed it all out.
Make a motion to accept the contract cleaner.
Job description.
Job description.
Did you make the motion?
Yes.
Second?
I have a motion on the cleaner job description and a second. Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Not the top line.
Okay, sorry, lost my place. Social media page discussion and possible policy change.
As you all know, we had some troubles with Facebook streaming. We recently started doing that as an extra in addition to Zoom, Cat TV for our regular meetings, and then putting them in the YouTube archive. Facebook Live was just in addition, something we thought would be helpful. It has turned into more than being helpful. It's more time consuming. It also is discouraging because we can try to limit commenting and the derogatory stuff on our site, but agendas are being shared and derogatory things are being said and I cannot defend us from that. I'm not supposed to comment or anything, so just wondering the board's opinion on the use of Facebook. And Carl said that he was okay either way. He wished there was some way to know like how many people watch through Facebook versus Zoom. He just said that he wanted to share that if too many people complain, then we should go back to using it if we get rid of it.
Board pleasure?
We're not legally required to broadcast it via Facebook.
No,
No,
So being that it has turned into more of a hassle, I'm perfectly okay with just discontinuing it and just making it clear to people that if they want to watch it, they can watch it via Zoom, Cat TV, and on YouTube.
Our agendas are,
And they're always welcome to come in person
I'm gonna say,
and join us in person.
and at the top of every warning, every agenda, it always says Zoom or come in to the town offices.
Yeah.
It's never said Facebook Live.
that was
At the bottom
more,
of our agenda, it says that we warn it on Facebook,
yes,
but we've never committed to using, other than in our policies. In our policies, we did make that recent change to
Right.
try to do that, but it's not as easy as some may think. And then it just becomes like, people think we're doing something wrong when we can't get it to broadcast to Facebook right because of technical difficulties or whatever. It just is, it's been a hassle.
It seems to me like it's become, it's sort of become a weapon.
yep, absolutely.
derogatory.
Yeah, it's been weaponized. And, just, I think it's just been weaponized. So, what's your pleasure?
I make a motion that we get rid of Facebook Live and we stick to Cat TV and, what's the other one? Cat TV?
And Zoom.
Zoom.
But do you want to still post agendas and stuff? Because you're saying only get rid of broadcasting.
Broadcasting
Want
the
to
meeting,
post agendas to Facebook?
I think that's fine.
Yeah, I
I
think
think-
posting agendas are fine.
on the official town page, yes.
Yeah, on the official town page.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I think the Facebook Live, like you said, we're getting accused of things that are beyond our control, which is actually kind of troublesome to me. When we don't have the control over what's going on, and then you get accused of wrongdoing or whatever, it gets a little over the top.
Well, and it's no different than when somebody makes a public comment, we don't engage in a back and forth conversation, and nor would we ever do that on Facebook,
Right.
so.
So I have a motion to do away with broadcasting the meetings on Facebook Live. I believe that's the motion.
Yes, that's the motion.
Second it.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
So that'll be a policy change.
Yep.
You'll bring them back to us on the 13th. Okay. Public comment.
There's 6 on there.
No hands up.
No hands up for public comment?
Okay.
Okay, I will entertain a motion to enter executive for personnel.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
let us know when everyone's out here, please.
Recording stopped. Recording in progress.
We're all set.
All set? I'll entertain a motion to.
The camera's not
I
on.
just fixed it, sorry.
I'll entertain a motion to come out of executive.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
No action was taken.
No action taken. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.